Hello everyone, I'm Tom Palmer with Tom Palmer Custom Daisy Rifles in Mulder, Oklahoma. This is Tuesday, August the 5th, 2025. I got in a gun. I did a little short review of opening the box earlier on this gun, and this is from Frank in Florida, and I appreciate his business greatly, sending it to Oklahoma, trusted me with his gun to get it repaired, and he's got a really nice Model 95, a bottle cap gun, and let's see here if we can get it up here. See, yeah, right there. Let's see if we can get that in there. Model 95. And man, the forearm is really nice. The wood's nice. Like I said, appears to be some cracking right there, but I mean, that's just, I don't know, with the age of the gun, to me, it's not gonna hurt anything, and it's got some initials real lightly right here. Somebody wanted it marked, but they, it looks like a CF to me. See it right there? Looks like a C. They scratched in there. They wanted it marked, but they didn't want it very noticeable. But anyway, it's in there. Gives it a little character, and the paint is just really good. It's got the normal wear on the lever from cocking it. They all do that. They rub in here, and it may have been adjusted too tight or something. But it's just kind of a common thing. But anyway, I showed that we'd do a tear down on it, so let's get started. Put it over here on the operating table. Can you see? I think you can see. Let's see, let me bring you in a little bit closer maybe. Get you up there. You don't need to see me so much as you need to see what I'm doing. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is take the nuts off. Paint on this gun is really nice. Let's see. I didn't need to take that nut off because I don't want to take the forearm off. Won't be no need to take it off. I'll put that nut right back on there. So we'll go from there. All right. And so let's take the lever off first. That one will come loose for sure. I think that's as tight as I've ever seen any of them before. Okay, that out, and we'll pull the lever out. Right there, and we'll take the stock off next. These screws back here, the one on the stock, don't have washers. This gun's got the plastic forearm and the wood stock, and we'll take it out here in just a minute. Let's see if we can try to identify about what year model this is. I think it's going to be in the 70s, but I'm not sure. Maybe the book will help us identify it. It's got the spring right there. It's got a lot of shavings right there. Come from somewhere. I don't know what that's all about. We'll find out. Lay that over there. Let's grab the book right quick and look at this Model 95. See what we can find on it right quick. Let's see. 95. I think they made these guns a long time because I got some new one. I got this 95 at the Timberwolf, and it was made in 64. 95 and Timberwolf. They started making these guns in 64. Let's go to page 17, I think it said. Let's see. Model 96, yeah. Okay. Okay, it says 95 and Timberwolf, 1964 to 2002, lever action, 700 shot repeater, BB, wood stock and molded forearm from 64 to 98. Magnetic feed, which this one does not have. Model A and B, 1979, and I think this was just a 95. Yeah, it's not marked A or B. C, a wood. Model B, 79 to. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is gonna be an older one here. See, but anyway, I'll hold this up there and you can read it. That information comes out of here. Okay. Next thing we'll do, we'll go ahead and remove the shot tube. And it's got a really nice shot tube. And we'll see if the board looks pretty good. Of course, it's got the famous split in it, but they all do. Okay, now let's get this thing up here where you can see it. So remove the trigger screw. You know, they call these things wide body, but they take the small seal set and right there's where we're getting a lot of wear on that trigger. But I'll grease that up going back and help that problem some. Okay, so next we'll remove the plunger, and I don't think, no. Okay, so this one, I have to use my small rod, so I have to remove my large rods out of my tool. Okay, get those removed, and then I'll have to get my two skinny ones and do this the best way we can here. And the end cap on this plunger has got 2 rivets. It's on the side. So you gotta get in between them and get that done. Okay. Now remember, if you do this, I try to do it in every video. I do lay you something over there in case things go wrong, that you don't get yourself hurt. Because believe me, I've been hurt, and I know. Yeah, these things can really be contrary right here. Sometimes they go as smooth, but they usually don't go smooth when you're on the camera. For some reason. Okay, there we go. Get a little spring action there. Don't need much, just enough to release the spring anchor. And it's gonna be a little stubborn. which that's normal. But we got her out of there. Got the spring anchor out. Remember that curve always goes back towards you. See, that thing there's got a lot of metal shapes on it. There's gonna be, I don't know what's going on inside this gun, but sure seeing a lot of metal that I don't ever see. We're fixing to find out though. Okay, let's get a screwdriver. Pull our plunger out. Okay, can we see here? Boy, it feels awful gummy. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. It's got metal all over it. I've never seen that before. She's really dry. I think this one, does it have an oil hole on it? Yeah, it has an oil hole. Hadn't been getting the oil it needed. A lot of wear on that. Let me look down in here and see what this looks like. Well, that don't look too bad. Looks like clean up and new seals. Let's poke the abutment seal out and take a look at it. See what it looks like. Got this long dowel rod that I use to poke those. But when you do this, you want to be careful because you don't want to poke that washer out, and all you want is the seal out. Now, I talked to a guy the other day, took his apart, and somehow he managed to knock the washer out, and that creates a problem. Sometimes it can be the end of the useful gun, but there she came out down there. Okay. But there we go. And she is definitely wore out. I thought it was going to be stuck to here. That's usually what happens. And yeah, see that thing, it shouldn't do that. That thing there's all, but that right there is the way it made it up. Most times they're stuck. This wasn't stuck, but it's just so wore out it wouldn't build no compression. But anyway, we'll let's tell you what, while we're here, let's go ahead and pop this thing apart and see what that spring looks like. Can you see okay? Let's get it up there. Let's see. Get up here where you can see. And just takes a little bit to get the pressure off that pin. And just I just take my needle nose. Sometimes you can pull them out where your fingers at, and I probably could have had. Then remove your air tube, your cup seal, and it's got a wiper seal, and it's got a washer, a backup washer for it. Okay, now let's take this. This thing was awful soft when I cocked it. Of course, it felt really nice, but usually, yeah. Oh yeah, this spring is gonna be, yeah. There's a big problem right there with that spring. There's where all your wear was coming from. You can see on this thing, look how bad that thing is worn up here. Along there. Look over here on this side, how it's really worn. I mean, it should be okay. We get a new spring on it, get it cleaned up, and oil it up, and it should be fine. It's not run. This has got the flat back plate on it. This piece back here, it's got the two rivets in it to hold it on, or whatever you want to call those. But anyway, that'll clean up. That'll be okay. But the spring definitely won't be okay. It is shot. So anyway, there we have the tear down of Frank. Got old Frank all tore down. We're gonna call Frank through all the video series, and when I get it rebuilt and shooting again, well, we'll put it through the ringer, do some shooting with it, with the stock shot tube, and may rig up a Model 25 so I can show the customer the difference in the performance, and I'll show y'all too. And we'll just make another video on that. But for now, we got Frank tore down. He's gonna get cleaned up and put back together, and that'll hopefully happen this weekend. I'll probably start on it tomorrow evening. I have to work my regular job tomorrow, so and I'll be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But anyway, thank you for watching, and if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and please tell your friends and ask them to come on over and join us and watch the videos and subscribe. All right, well, thanks everyone for watching. I greatly do appreciate it.